Okay, guys, today we're going to work on powers. So we know that a power is pretty much an exponent. So we're dealing with exponents on top of exponents. Crazy, right? And go back to the original size. Thank you. So 6 to the 4th to the 5th. Last time we started by breaking that down. So what does that look like? I want my math color to be blue today. So that's 6 to the 4th times 6 to the 4th times 6 to the 4th times 6 to the 4th, 2, 3, 4, and one more makes 6 to the 4th 5 different times. So now it looks like what we did in the last video. And then we knew that in the end, all we had to do is take all of our numbers and just add them together and keep adding until we got to the end. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Or essentially 4 5 times, right? Isn't it 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4? That's essentially 4 times 5 because it's 4 5 times. And I'm going to use parentheses because I'm kind of getting away from using that x since we've seen x pop up in my problems because then it looks like multiplication. And 20 wasn't my final answer. We said that the big number, in this case the 6, to the 20th would be my answer. Okay. Let's try another one. So I have 8 to the 4th times 8 to the 4th times 8 to the 4th. So I have 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is essentially 4 times 3, which is 12. So my answer is 8 to the 12th. Have we kind of figured this out yet? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. So this is k to the 7th times k to the 7th times k to the 7th times k to the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, and k to the 7th. That's 1, 2, 4, 5, or essentially 7 times 5. And I have just lied to myself. I said that I wasn't going to do that. Sorry, I was working on my 6th grade videos before that. We can still use that multiplication sign. So this should be k to the 35th. All right, use your superhuman powers and answer that problem. Wow! Oof, so hard, 2 to the 10th. So essentially, what we're noticing is that I take my exponent values. Ooh, that's a very large font size. Let's not be that drastic. Ooh. I want to move that. So we're going to take our exponent values and we're going to multiply them together. So 6 times 4, because 4 and 6 are both exponents. 6 times 4 is 24. So my answer is w to the 24. And that looked really bad. Not much better. Ooh, this one's a little tricky. I want you to pause the video and see if you can try it. I want you to see where can I start. So where do you think we start? Where do you think you start? Okay, well, we're going to start we start inside out. So the innermost guy is 3 squared, but we're working on our multiplication, guys, so we're going to work on this. So we're going to take 3 to the second cubed. And we know that 3 to the second cubed just means I take 2 times 3, which is 6. So now I have 3 to the 6th, and then I'm going to bring the other 2 back in. And we know that we just take our 6 times... We know that we just take our 6 times our 2, which gives me 12. So my final answer is 3 to the 12th. Look really, 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 really scary, but it's okay. We tackled it just fine. This problem's a little bit more complex. I want to expand it out so I can show you why it's more complex. So I have 3a to the second times 3a times 3a to the second times 1, 2, 3, 3a to the... Like I said, sometimes my computer loves me. Majority of the time it does, but whenever I'm recording videos, it decides it wants to just do its own thing. So we should have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we know that I can move this around. And my cats are going crazy. We know we can move this around so that I put all the numbers on one side and all the letters on the other side. So that's what we're going to do. All the numbers in front and all the other the letters behind. So that's... And it really wants to think I'm trying to create text box, and I'm leaving it because I'm tired of trying to do it. That's a 3 that don't know why it says that, but it does. So I have 3 to the 5th, because I have 5 of them. I have 5 3s. And then I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 A's. So the difference here is, since I have this number in front, the coefficient, the guy in front of my letter, all I do is he gets that exponent too. If you noticed, I started with just a 3, but in the end I had 5 of them. So if I have a number in front, I'll give you a hint with this next one. We're simply going to give him that 5 as well, or in this next case, maybe that 4. Okay, so I have 4p cubed. Okay, so you notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to the 4th. 3, 6, 9, 12. P to the 12th. Getting a little bit quicker, a little bit. So do we have another pattern yet? Because we did the last couple where they had numbers in front too. Trying to drink my water. Told you. Great guess. So if I have numbers in front with no exponent, that's not the pop over that I was drinking. If we have numbers in front of our letters with no exponents, then that number gets our outside exponent value as well. So what did that look like? We had 3a squared all to the 5th. So in the final answer, I had 3 to the 5th here. I had 4p cubed to the 4th. So my final answer had 4 to the 4th here. So kind of everything gets that. We have a couple more that I want. I want you to try this one. Try this first one. No, I lied. We're going to do it together. Haha, you already did it. Okay. So that means that I have negative 2 to the 5th, and I'm going to put it in parentheses for a moment. We'll explain why. M to the, well, 5 times 7 gives me 35. And n to the 6 times 5 gives me 30. Now, this is the part we haven't been doing that I've been holding off for a little bit, and this is why we're doing the problem together, is you need to try and simplify when it's possible. And what do I mean by simplify? I actually mean multiply this out. Did I leave myself enough room? I have to scoot this guy down. So, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Then I need to take that positive 4 times a negative 2. And so far, I'm at 3 2's that I've used. See? 1, 2, 3. And I need to use 5 total. So I'm at 3. Gives me negative 8. So I take that negative 8 times negative 2. Oop, I meant to go up. Which equals positive 16. And you take that positive 16 times the negative 2, which equals negative 32. So my final answer here is negative 32. Didn't give myself enough space. I write very large on my computer. Negative 32 m to the 35th n to the 30th. Okay, now pause the video and do this one. Should get 64b to the 18th. All right, these are my last two. I do want you to work these out on your own. So pause the video, work these last two out, double check your answer. Yes, multiply it all the way through. I want you simplifying every time you can. So find my exponents for me. So 1,296 x to the 20th, y to the 44th, and negative 125 w to the 6th, z to the 24th. Oh, that was a lot. Thank goodness we're done.